So the spirits really want to talk today about inspiration, and in particular they're showing me a little card with a cannon on it, but all the balls are put to one side. They're waiting to be launched, and the message is very much about we have to launch the cannonballs. They're not in the physical form. That the spirit's world is in the subconscious world and in the subconscious place, and it cannot move physically. They cannot really move physically in and out as we can, because we're in physical bodies. They can move in and out of our feelings and our thoughts, and that's how that works. They move in and out of our feelings and our thoughts. And so unless we are launching our own cannonballs in the direction we want to go in, they're kind of powerless to help us. So equally, when they talked last time about the dark spirits and the idea that the dark spirits kind of jumped on our train in the direction that we're going in and kind of dragging us lower, trying to keep us worried, trying to keep us fearful. That's the things that they're feeding off. That brings that's what they want, is to bring us down. They want to bring us down like gravity. They want to drag us down from that going upward train journey that we want to go on. We want to create that joy in our life, and we want to have things around us in our life that we love and that make us happy and joyful. And the dark spirits jumping on that train, let's say they're going that direction, they're really trying to pull us. But equally, the dark spirits can only latch on to our feelings and to our thoughts. And as they talked about, as the spirits talked about last time, as physical, we think of ourselves as physical beings. We are physical, but also soul. And to the spiritual beings, we're really like an open book. We're just an open book. And we're wafting this massive fabric, and things can move in and move out, move in and move out of us. And they do, all the time. And we're used to it. It's like an ebb and a flow kind of thing, and we might feel really down about something. We might go further down and further down and further down, and that's when those dark spirits are jumping on that train, hanging on the outside and really wanting to drag it down, 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 down. So that's where they get their fun, the hedonistic kind of fun. It's a pleasure from all those dark pleasures that they're no longer in that physical form, and so the more they can drag us to worry. It's like in the morning we can wake up feeling happy. We've got happy things going on. We think, this is good. I've been really looking forward to today because I can do this, this, and this. I've made space for this, and I've got this happening today. And then the little worry will pop in, and they're in. They've jumped in. They've heard it. It's faster than the speed of light. There's just that movement in, and what starts with then a small worry just multiplies times 2, times 4, times 8, times 16. And before we know it, it's like it's become this, it's snowballed, and they've got you on that train. They've got you going there. And you've latched on, and you're all going along there together. But they need your spark, your little spark. We need our spark to start with, to initiate that journey. And it works in the reverse too, is that those lighter spirits, those ones that are interested in progress and our joy and our moving forward, they need that spark as well from us. They need that cannonball, for us to put the cannonball into the cannon before they can launch with us in that direction. But it's so very easy for us to, it's that spirit movement is so easy. So it's so very easy for us to just slide into massive worries instead of following our inspiration and forcing that forward. And there are so many things and thoughts. We've got our thoughts going round and round and round and round and round, and they're trying to get hold of our thoughts. Equally, they can get hold of our thoughts if we're going in a positive, joyful direction. So it's like this massive push-pull competition thing going on all the time. It's a very subtle layered thing. It's a very deep thing, and it comes from our inside child, our inner child initially. So the inner child of the joy, and the inner child of the fear, the deep fears that they're then latching onto and then going with. So it's like, but unless we have that spark of inspiration, we can't follow through. No one can help us with it. We have to have that spark. We have to allow that little spark to just ignite. We have to allow it. We have to find a pleasure, find a direction that gives us that pleasure, and just hold on to it and decide upon it. Decide, this is it. We're going to do this. We're going to make time for this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this thing that makes us happy. We're going to stand firm to it. And when those, we all have those negative thoughts that come in, the worries, the fears. That's the realm of the dark spirits, is all those maelstrom of fears. They want all that. That's luscious and juicy for them, and that will bring us down. That's what they want. They want us to be brought down. So the onus really is on us to really watch our thoughts and our feelings. This is really crucial, because either side, you know, the lighter spirits and the darker spirits, are waiting for those moments in order to propel us with that momentum forwards. And the more we're propelled forwards, the more spirits are joining that train going in that direction. The darker are joining that train, and it gains momentum, it becomes a bigger beast, and it's a bigger beast, and it's churning forwards and churning forwards. Equally, the lighter one is churning forwards and churning. And of course, because they're gravitational force, it's so much easier to go down than to go up. It's almost what's the word? It takes a really big push to push forward into the positive. It really does. It's so much easier to follow the gravitational force and get pulled down and down, like that kind of whirlpool thing that goes on. It's like this. It's familiar. It's familiar. Those fears. That's negativity, that worry, it's old familiar territory. It's almost gratifyingly satisfying, because it's old familiar territory. We're used to those going there all the time. We're used to going there. So really, and then we get that mindset where we tell our child, well, there's no point wishing for that, because we can't dig ourselves out of that whirlpool. We just can't. We haven't got the energy to do it. We just haven't got the will or the energy or the... It's just too hard. Life's just too hard. The difficulty is, law of attraction, just like a gravitational force, is in action all of the time. So all the thoughts that we are having, all the thoughts and all the feelings that we are having, not some of them, but almost the sum total of, whether it's our trauma, stuff buried, the sum total of ourselves, our thoughts and feelings, the sum total will be reflected. It'll all look like coincidence. But if we try having a day where it's a very difficult thing to do, but just to have positive thoughts and feelings for one day, just for all the skeptics, just try it for one day. Everything weirdly, coincidentally will well, really, you'll have a good day. You really will have a good day. It might push some big changes through, which we won't feel good necessarily as well. So there might be some, it's like that, you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. Change can be traumatic. So, but we have to look at where we went after that change, after the breaking of the eggs. But so that this law of attraction is really like that, the fairground mirrors, where each one reflects how you're looking. When you look in a different one, oh, I look gorgeous in that one. Wow, look at that. And the other one, you look, ooh, oh, I don't like how I look in that one. Oh my God, look at my nose. And so it goes on. That's really what the law of attraction is creating for us, is that fairground mirrors. That is the real deal, And so when we're choosing our thoughts and our feelings, we are also choosing the outcome. 100%. We are choosing it. And when we are choosing to stay perhaps safer with old familiar negativities going round and round and round, which we do for years, sometimes lifetimes, years and years and years, same old pattern, oh, that always happens to me, I can't get out of that pattern. We have to go there first. We have to, if you want that pattern to change, you have to imagine you without that same pattern. What does that look like? What does that look like? Because if we can't even get there, if we can't even visualize it, it will just never happen. We have to visualize it. We have to visualize it. To do that, we have to drop all the negativity. We have to allow ourselves the chance to visualize it, something different. Visualize that something different, even just for an hour. Visualize that different. We have to, because we are creators of our own life. As creators, we have to get there first. It's like trying to speak without a language. You just can't do it. We need to create the change inside first. How do we do that? First of all, we have to stop that train, that negative train where all the dark spirits are just jumping on and taking us. They hang around us, those ones. They're familiar. They hang around us because they know, ooh, he or she will go there soon. You just give it a couple of days. They'll go there. Even if they haven't gone there today or tomorrow, they'll go there the next day. They'll go to deep, dark fear, or deep, 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 deep worry and terror, or rage, born of fear. Nothing wrong with anger or all those feelings, but where are they coming from? Are they coming from fear? They're in. Are they coming from terror, from insecurity? They're in. The thing is, we want to control our journey. We want to control our journey. We want to control our joy and our outcome. And we think that by feeling in control, we are in control. And this is a fallacy, because the only real force that's going on is the law of attraction force. And the law of attraction force depends on joy, continuous building of positive joy, happiness. And working out, clearing through the wounds, working through the wounds, healing the wounds, healing the traumas. That's the only kind of control we have, is the law of attraction. The idea of us being, so we think work, we'll be in control of that money, that happening, we'll make that happen. It doesn't do that. All it does is dilute our energies. and make us more negative and start going on perhaps that dark train again, or it gives us this rigidity, this darkness. It's a darker place to be, and in a darker place we will only reflect a darker place. So we won't necessarily change something. For us to change the outside, we have to change the inside. We have to lift, we have to find the joy, find the inspiration, the wonder, the excitement, the happiness. We have to find those lighter feelings and circulate those around us. Those darker feelings, they whisper to us in both directions. They whisper to us in both directions, the spirits. So they will whisper that, being tightly in control of your child will give you, but they're liars. They are liars. They lie to us. Of course they do. They're manipulators. They're master manipulators and liars. They're very smart. They're very smart. But their only goal is to drag us down there. Drag us down, further down. And then if they can give us that sense of, ooh, we're in control of this, well, let's do more of that. They've cuffed us, really. They've cuffed us. We don't want cuffs on. We don't need cuffs on. What we need is to stop, keep an eye on all of those thoughts. Keep an eye on, moment to moment, those feelings, those thoughts. What things are dragging us down into kind of that misery? What are those thoughts that are bringing those down? What things can we change straight away to stop these things happening? Can we put things in place in our life so that we don't keep going into those instant negative thoughts? What things can we change? Let's make a quick change board. Change. So let's stop that happening. We can stop doing that worry. Whether we can put money in a certain place, do that, organise ourselves. That's also, if it's a positive thing, do it. It's positive. But the law of attraction is the, if we're wanting this to feel in control, it's often because the darker spirits actually have got us in a cuff. And they will lie to us and tell us that, this is going to bring you X, this is going to bring you Y, this is going to bring you just what you want. But they've got us, really. They've got us. Really what they want is like bacteria, is to just keep us in that negative path. And maybe give tidbits of, look, we'll highlight something, anything that was slightly positive, because they're smart and they're clever and they're very manipulative. So if there's a good thing that pops up, they'll go, look at that, look how good that was. That happened because we're doing this. Well, we've got you. So yes, it's a very manipulative thing. And those dark spirits they move through everything physical, everything. They're in the television, they're in the media, they're in the social media. There isn't anything or any place. It's completely like an open book for spirits. They're in, they're out. So we may be watching something that made us really frightened, or that just made us feel just really down about ourselves. Perhaps if we start comparing ourselves to other people unfavourably, and we keep on doing that. Why do we do that? Why do that? Why do that? Hang on, don't we want to feel great about ourselves? Let's change something then. How can we do that? Unless we are making the change first, we will just stay in this holding pattern. And if we're fine in that holding pattern, that's absolutely fine. But most of us want more for ourselves. More happiness, more joy, more social wonderful interaction, more. We had dreams, we had wishes, we had things we want to do. But we get stuck at a certain point. Usually, we all do it. We get stuck at a certain point where we just we cannot see how to go beyond that point. And the crucial thing is, it's about energy. And that's, of course, why they cuff us. Because they want us to consume energy on this, work, study, whatever it is. They want us to pour out our energy, because they know we then won't have any energy to go up, because it needs energy for us to visualize for ourselves something different. It needs, when we stop the self-talk and we stop the cruel emotional traumas we keep giving ourselves to feel terrible or whatever it is, once we stop doing that, the crucial thing is that we fill out with energy, our own energy that we were born with. Instead of pouring it away all the time, we begin to sustain that energy. We stop letting it being pulled and dragged just because we think a truth is that we're awful or whatever it is, or we're something to be ashamed of. We stop doing that. We stop pouring out our energy. When we stop pouring out our energy, then we can stop our thoughts, our negative thoughts. Then we can stop our negative feelings once we're healing our traumas. And then we can we'll find that suddenly, oh, I know how to do that thing. I haven't known how to do that thing for years. I haven't been able to go to that point. I haven't been able to do that. But suddenly, the inspiration comes. And the reason that is because you have harnessed energy that you were pouring away to those darker ones, like a free food. There you go, lots of free food for you. Yum, 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 yum. I feel horrible today. I feel disgusting today. I feel foul. I feel like I'm just the pits today. Woohoo! Off we go. We love all that. They love all that. Down, 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 down. They love it. So when we stop doing that, fundamentally what we do is we harness energy that we normally would have thrown away, given our own energy away for something we thought was the truth, but something they whispered to us as well. You know, yeah, you are. A little feeling like, oh, I feel really gross today. Yeah, you are. You really look in the mirror now. Now look at how awful you are. Oh, off they go. Whisper, 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 whisper. They're doing this. Why does it get larger? Why does it get larger? You know, why do we sort of hate ourselves even more if it isn't being joined? If that party isn't being joined by more and more and more darker type of spirits, why does it get larger? It doesn't really make sense. You know, if we feel disgusting, that's the level of disgusting we feel. Why does it get worse? So we have to really watch our thoughts and our beliefs, really, our thoughts. But everything is able to change. You know, we can change what we don't like if we have the energy to do so. And we need to stop pouring. We need to stop pouring our energy out, giving it away to things that really don't deserve it. It's just how they feed. That's how they rock and roll. That's what suits them. But you know, don't let it be us. Don't let it be us that they're doing it on. So that's that. They really wanted to talk about the idea of the inspiration. We have to put the spark, we have to put the ball into the cannonball into the cannon to start the whole thing going. And then the onus really is on ourselves if we want things we wish for. We really want to wish for things. The onus is really on us to exclude the whispering, somehow find ways to just not go there, to not fall into the patterns, because we're all creatures of patterns and creatures of routines. Every evening I sit down and watch that programme. How do you feel after you've watched that programme? Pretty shit, actually. Why do you watch it? Why do we do this to ourselves? Why? Why do we do that? Why do we allow that kind of energy and we feel worse about ourselves afterwards? Why are we doing that? We have to wake up. We have to wake ourselves up from these clutches that we are being held under. We have to wake ourselves up. You know, we can't expect a better life, a wonderful life to just come and hit us. It doesn't work like that. We have to create that life. Everything we do, we create. So we have to create that wonderfulness. So that's what they wanted to talk about today.